What is a CISCO chaser?
A CISCO chaser is a very special fish, and they suck. they suck.
They're a fish that they don't live by any normal standards. They roam everywhere, and all they do is chase bait.
A CISCO chaser is a fish that has disregarded the easy meal of a crayfish, where he can sit on a rock and pluck these little insects off one after another, and he chooses a heartier meal, a much bigger meal. And over time, what that does to that fish is it creates a monster.
So CISCO chasers just chase this big, hearty meal all the time. They're unpredictable. And it tends to be there's not a lot of them. But when you find them, they're huge.
And for that reason, that is the only reason I fish for CISCO chasing fish.
Yeah, rather than being lazy, they just chase and chase and chase. So CISCO chasers they're special. They're really unique. They're very different, and I feel like nobody really understands them at all.
Are they patternable? Kinda. Kinda. In the fall they are. So these CISCO chasing fish, you don't pattern the fish, you pattern the CISCOs, is basically what it comes down to. Whether you're in June and they're up high in the water column and you just so happen to hit that peak where it's a post spawn and they're done with their little crayfish binge and they're off into the CISCO chasing and they're up in the top like 15 feet of the water column, you can catch them on a shower blow. If they're in the middle of summer and they're hanging around the thermocline waiting for that dusk period to come up and they'll rise above the thermocline, you can catch them. If otherwise, like we are in the fall, we're on the verge, I would say we're like pre-spawn CISCO. And for those that don't know, the CISCO spawn in the very late fall when it's ice up and they spawn in very shallow water. But as soon as they're done, they spawn in the nighttime. As soon as they're done, they pull off and they slide back out to the deep water where the CISCOs reside. And that's where the smallmouth are at. So it's a constant battle. They're always moving. And it's difficult because the smallmouth is always moving. But again, like up here, it's so rewarding because those fish, those CISCO chasers that you catch are absolutely gigantic. Hidden in the North Woods, where pines fade into the sky,
is a class of fish seemingly as present and as old as the residents of the community. You come here for one reason, and one reason only.
And that's to catch a fish that will change your life.
What many believe to be a dream
is actually a nightmare.
On this trip, you voluntarily sign up for failure.
To be pushed into the brink of insanity. So why do you do it? To prove that they exist. I'm more of one of those that will figure it out when we get there.
We're almost there.
Yeah, the dilemma is I may have under-exaggerated how bad this landing is for getting in a big bass boat. It's made for like 14-foot walleye boats and stuff. And yeah, this could be tricky.
So yeah, so what's our plan? So the whole backside
is a blowout hole from him power loading.
Yeah.
And the water's extremely low, so we can't get in. Oh, just go around, you may say. Well, to one side of the access is 4 inches of water, and the other side is where we made it out, which is not much deeper.
6 inches, actually.
6 inches, so we can get in there, but then the problem is, how do we get the boat physically on the trailer?
Without being able to twist or turn.
Without being able to twist or turn. Twist and shout. This is just gonna be a disaster. Truthfully, it's gonna be really bad. You thought the access was bad this morning. Oh, not even close. This did not work out the way he anticipated. No. You got this. You wanna push?
No.
It's like a little kid bunny hop. I've been meaning to fix this for a few summers now, he says.
You're close.
Well, I'm just twisting. Now we got a problem.
Yep, now I got a problem. Now I got to push off.
So, I might just wait for him to back in, because then we can figure this out.
You're really going for it, aren't you?
I was just gonna. These are water.
Oh, okay.
Okay, does that reach now?
It's shit.
Yeah. That's a long way to
I'll move back in a second. I just want to be angle for this.
Alright, I think I know what's gonna work. So we're gonna hook this up, and what we're gonna do is, if we're gonna get it tight for you to pull up,
Yep.
and then before I put the poles up, right
Yep.
when I put the poles up, I'm gonna push that stick, and I'm gonna push
Yeah.
to get me swinging into the middle, and then you just gotta crank like a banshee.
And then you just crank it. Really? You're just gonna crank like a pig. Oh, okay.
Okay, just wait. Hit it twice. Come on!
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're doing it.
We're doing it. This is going a lot better than anticipated. We came together with a good plan, some teamwork, and Cody using a lot of physical strength. We did it. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
A little bit of ingenuity and you cranking like a banshee.
Yeah, just like you said.
Yeah,
Worked out great.
perfect.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
There.
I missed the real chaos, but what really happened here?
Yeah, I have a problem with not tying up loose spinning reel lines, and usually what happens when you go down the road, you strip all your brand new line that you just put on. It flies all off your spool. But luckily we saved most of it. This isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. This is a good day. Look at us.
Cody didn't lose all his life. Look at us. Who would have thought? Not me.
Okay, so we were back on the lake we were fishing the other night, and we blanked, which I don't know, which is fine. I'm very used to getting my butt kicked out here. It's okay, but we're back for very good reason. I have been fishing this exact lake since I was 4 years old. I still have old Polaroids of bass that we caught off beds, and this is probably the most special lake to me, like in the country probably, just because of all the memories. And even when I'm away from home, this is like the place I think about and going just to clear my head. And not to mention that there are some of the biggest smallmouth, and I have boated or caught myself the biggest smallmouth anywhere in the country off of this one lake. So literally, I mean, I've had some of the best days I've ever had on the water out here, and some of, by far and away, the worst days. But it seems like you just have to put in your dues out here. When the stars align and the fish start, grouping up and doing the right thing, it's one of those magical places. Like, I mean, you can catch 30 pounds very, very quickly out here, and the fish of a lifetime. All right, so we're rigging up kind of my favorite bait up here this time of year. And it's an A-rig, and there's a couple, an A-rig's pretty standard across the board, but there's a couple little tweaks that I like to do it and to manipulate it to get more fish to, bite and commit to the actual baits with hooks on them, because up in Wisconsin we can only have 3 hooks. So what I like to do, this is just a standard no bladed rig. When it's cloudy, I like not having any blades, especially when it's calm. No blade seems to be, a little bit more effective, a lot less intrusive. Like they kind of, in my experience, they get a little gun shy of the blades. But one of the biggest things with a rig is you want it to be running through the water column straight and not rolling, not upright, because if it's rolling, they have a tendency of eating the dummies from as it's rolling, they're going to eat the dummies rather than one with a hook. So in order to do that, I like running my heaviest weight in the middle, and I use, depending on the size, whatever you're using or however deep you're fishing, and then running the 2 bottom ones as the same weight so it keels itself and always tracks true and perfect in the water column. And one other tip to help like that landing percentage is having the middle one to be a little different, or whether it's size, color, whatever it is, having that middle one to be a little bit different. They always key on that bigger size, that little different color. It seems like 99% of the time when you get a fish back in, it has that bigger bait in it. I typically run Picasso jig heads. I like the hook. I like the head design. That hook is stout enough, but yet, light enough that you can get a good hook set with that rig flying through the water column. That's my ultimate number one head, but it's whatever you prefer, whatever you get a good hook percentage in, and all the stuff you can pick up at Omnia, which they carry my favorite rig, which is a Hog Farmer. This thing's absolutely bulletproof. Funny how you fish a lake so much that you you're like, nope, that's out of place.
Yeah, I saw it on the graph and I was like, what's that? And then you were like, what the hell is that? And I was like, oh, rocks? Normally there? No.
No.
Oh, it's fish. So how's your week been?
It's been up and down, I suppose.
A lot of sitting and standing.
Biggin. Oh, I don't think he's a giant. They're fish, dude. Get back down in there. Oh, you little rat! You little rat! Oh my gosh! Knew that was gonna happen.
We called it. Tell them what happened.
So we're coming out here to a lake where this time of year you're kind of hero or zero. We were making a joke that we're gonna catch a 2-pounder, which I never ever catch 2-pounders out here. I found the only one.
I think they moved.
Did I just move them all?
I think so.
Probably.
I'm trying to figure out where to. Cause like I could see them on 360 before, and I can see a couple maybe. Oh, oh,
No, no, Bart.
dunk. It even loaded up.
Really?
Yeah, that's slow load.
That is so frustrating. You see him? Oh!
So we messed up the school. He messed up the school. No, I started off. Yeah, so we scanned over, what is it, just a saddle basically?
Yeah,
it's like a long tapering point with a little bit of a saddle. Scanned over it. And Cody looks at me and goes, "What is that?" And I was like, "I don't know, looks like some rocks." And he was like, "Those aren't rocks, those have never been there before." And yeah, they were smallmouth. He caught that one on a rig right away. I had one try to eat a swim bait, didn't get it in all the way. And then we dumped 2 more and they left. So yeah, that hurts. But it happens with smallmouth. So
Especially on this lake.
yeah, especially with CISCO chasers. They're like, "Oh, we'll leave now." So we are also gonna leave. We're gonna go look for some different ones. The good news is, compared to the last time we were out here, they're biting.
They're biting.
Like they're biting. So we get to at least try to run into some active fish. Hunter, what'd you pick up at the gas station?
It's called G Fuel, but it looks like something out of I don't even know what is this? What is this? We got Ryan though, so it's got to be good. That is awful. That is awful. Oh my gosh, look at the performance energy. That's exactly what I need. Oh, yeah, let's see. 300 milligrams of caffeine. Well, that's all I need to know, I guess.
I see a lot of zeros for percentage of daily value.
Yeah, there is nothing good about this. This serves no purpose other than a sweet can. I mean, it looks like something from anime.
They got you with the marketing.
They did. They nailed me. Taste lackluster at best.
Got one?
I don't think so. It's a rocker, honestly. Yeah, I think it's a rocker. You got one.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Trying to jump. Oh. It's a start.
That's a start.
Oh my god, look at that body. He didn't hit the middle one.
Really?
No. Hit this. Oh, buddy. Okay, just figured out he's in the boat. I mean, just look how beautiful it is. It's gorgeous.
Look at the stomach on that thing.
Think they're eating?
Just an absolute brick.
Just a brick. Such a beautiful fish.
I got one. Uh-oh.
Connor's got a giant.
Uh-oh.
We're doubled up. I'm gonna get this one back.
Uh-oh, boys. Uh-oh, boys. He hasn't even moved yet, dude. He has no idea he's hooked. Oh, is it a big wall? Oh, it's a big walleye, dude. It's a big
walleye?
Yeah.
Ate a rig?
Ate a rig. Of course he did. Come on.
Make a few casts here, hop on the big motor, and go
Yeah.
visit Karen again.
Yep, probably. But
Or if you
me,
got another spot you
yeah.
think they might be.
yeah, we can hop around with the rigs too. But yeah, after I broke that one off, I'm like, nope, I f***ed it. That's cool.
You don't think that a fish?
Yep. Yep, that's 100% a fish. I don't know, dude. Oh, I thought it got off for a second. I'm like, if this fish gets off, so help me the Lord.
Don't speak it into existence, please.
It's gonna be a walleye. Watch this.
Oh, that's what they look like.
That's awesome. Hey, he crushed it too.
Really?
I just had to bomb it out there. We just had to stay off of him. Oh, that's a nice one. That's the thing. These fish are get so wise. I mean, this fish right here. I'll try to get it out of the net. I mean, this fish right here is probably 20 years old, at least over 15 years old. They have seen every bait, every bit of live bait. So boat pressure, we're in 30 feet of water. And after throwing at these things and watching them follow, I finally made like a bomb cast to the school. And that's, as soon as it hit the bottom, he freaking crushed it.
That. Right under the boat.
Those are footballs. Those are footballs.
Get down! Go!
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 Oh my God!
Go! Go! You're a heavy jig. That's when I said, what was that?
Oh,
and you
yeah.
like panned?
Yeah.
Because I saw him the first time, and then you panned back, and I was, oh, he's on it.
Oh,
He didn't like.
Nope.
He didn't like that.
Oh. He's going down there. You know how many are probably down there with them? You got him. You got him.
Why is my drag so loose?
Drink.
Oh! Ah! Dang it! Ah! Shoot!
I'm like,
Not the right species. What a bummer. Dang it. Oh, hi.
Hi, buddy. Hi.
Go outside. Come here.
out. I love how they jump too. Just like.
So we're also dog sitters. Hi, Todd.
God.
Two black streaks in
He's
the
running. My God.
They're just like, watch me run.
Wild.
You can have them. I'm gonna sleep in till 6 tomorrow.
Looking for Todd.
Yeah. He ran off.
Ready? It's 3 whistles. Ready? That's what he said.
Cody Hunter. Dog whisperer.
Todd.
you want to try?
Come on.
Did you see how fast?
He was like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. I better get inside.
That's exactly right. You're in trouble. Back to your cage.
Yeah, how was your day, Todd?
Was it pretty good?
Oh, yeah? Oh, so tough. Yeah, we're sorry. We didn't catch a 7-pound smallmouth today. Oh, yeah.
See, that's how we feel.
Yeah, I feel that way too, Todd.
I just see his paw. Is that your new best friend, Cody?
It's my vision.
What's his name?
His name, Copper.
The current dilemma is that we're dealing with like dogs that are very, very high dollar, and we don't want to screw them up, but it's really funny to rile them up, and I think they have to go outside, but I'm not really sure. Especially the one is very high strung.
Copper's like, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And he's the
Look,
show
he
one.
was trying to break out of his cage all day long.
Todd, we
Yeah,
can't.
Copper, we better.
Todd, I'm trying to talk to you. Todd, we cannot run all the way to. Are we clear? I think he's clear. All right.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, well,
he went.
John, we tried. That's...
Todd.
See you, Todd.
Well, close the door, Gaffron. We tried.
Okay, but seriously, how far Todd run?
Like, I don't know what the world record of a mile... Oh, Jesus Christ!
Todd's back.
Did you think you could lock me out?
Okay, so a world record mile is like, I think 4 minutes. Well, Todd just did it in about 10 seconds. That was unbelievable, buddy. Long jump, I don't know what the record for that, probably like 28 feet. Well, you just did 29 and a half. Well done, dude. What is your name? You're being quiet all of a sudden. Your name is Todd, right? Watch this. Oh my God! He just ran a marathon in 30 seconds. That was unbelievable. All right, and then we have the other one. Copper. No, wait your turn. Look at this one. He's like...
Meanwhile, Todd's outside going, I want to...
Hey. Yeah?
Wrong house.
We're going to bed.
Wait.
Hey, do you know someone here? He doesn't live here anymore. I know Jay. Yeah, he's a good dude. Come on in. Oh my God. Oh, take him out. Todd. Oh, what do you have? Give. Sit. Stay. Get. Oh! Gavin. Randall. Top! They are so well trained, dude. They are so well trained. His name is Todd, right? Todd, do you have your toy? Toy. Fetch it. Todd. I'm what you'd call a dog master, so I have my 4th degree in I've moved from labs to Spaniards, Todd, stay. Todd, stay. Todd, stay. Brent, Colby. Todd, go get it. Todd, come. So this is yeah, I definitely have my master's in dog training. Obviously, Todd, fetch. Obviously, you can tell because look at this Spaniard. He's a beautiful Spaniard. His coat's very shiny. And sit, stay. Go for it, Todd. That good. What's your name? Copper? Copper. A little hard of hearing. Old in age. But this is our other... I don't even know what breed they... I think they're Spaniards. I have no idea. I know Labrador. There you go. There you go, little buddy. Don't worry about him. We're done with him. But this is Copper. She is a very calm, cool...
It's definitely a he.
Really?
They're both skis.
Copper. She is a very well-trained, groomed, and calm 7-year-old Spaniard. She's in the peak of her life. Very curly hair, very slick coat. Obviously, John takes care of her. And we are set to demolish all of the work that he has done in the last 7 years with his dog. In 2 days. Yeah, you ready? Okay, so we're going to bed because I am absolutely destroyed after this day. And little defeated, little like disappointed in the pets today, but you know, tomorrow is looking very, very promising as far as sun and wind go. So, and we've been saving a lot of lakes for these exact conditions. So I feel really, really confident going into tomorrow, and it should be a really good day tomorrow. It should be a really good day tomorrow. So that's what I'm hoping for when I wake up. And we drive to the lake. We should catch them. We should catch them. But now I'm either gonna sleep on this floor or I'm gonna actually sleep in bed. So peace.